All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm here with another exciting, lighting, and much interesting video here on the channel. So this is coming from Professor Abiojo. Well, if I don't pronounce that name, but let me just use the term that he's a renowned Yoruba professor with a very quality profile, a respected elder statesman in the Yoruba nation. And this man, you remember sometime last month, there was a lot of controversy about the Olu of Ibadan, the 44th Olu of Ibadan that was crowned into the throne, and that Peter Obi called him my dear brother. It was trending. The likes of Reno Mokri, the likes of most of these online bigotry and propaganda people, they were all, changing the narrative and saying Peter Obi disrespected the Yoruba nation and all of that. They said a lot of stories. And this very amiable and respected professor, who is also a true son of Omo Oluabi, so sorry if I don't pronounce that well, Omo Oluabi, a true son of the soil, had to dig deep into this issue by picking his phone and calling the current, like the recent crown Olu of Ibadan himself. Pick up his phone. For him to even has the number of the Olu of Ibadan, you will know how important and respected this man is. He picked up his phone and he called him and was like, my kingo, Oba, they say you are angry at Peter Obi for calling you my dear brother. Are you really angry at him? And he responded and he asked that, who said that? Well, let me not say much. I will just allow you listen to the video and listen to the explanation from this respected professor yourself. And in the comment section, I'll be wearing my 2 glasses waiting for you guys there. Tell us what you think about this issue. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, guys.
Some minutes ago, I made a phone call to the new Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja, who was installed as the new Olubadan this last Friday, September 26, 2025. And I asked him, Kabiyesi, is it true that you are angry with Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State and the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election? And he said, no. Who said that? Why should I be angry with Peter Obi calling me his brother and friend? Am I not his brother and friend? And don't you know what the elders say? That it is somebody who does not want to have a king as friend, will not want his friend to become the king. I said, yes, Kabiyesi, I understand all of that, but it is good to hear from the horse's mouth. Otherwise, I've been wondering myself, when it becomes a crime or an insult to say, Kabiyesi, my brother and friend. Everybody understands, every normal person anyway, understands brother and friend to be positive concepts and something to be desired. That you have somebody who identify with you as brother and friend. Yes, that's what the elders say in traditional Yoruba land. If you say your friend should not become the king, then you don't want to have a king as friend. So the tradition has settled all of that. There's nothing derogatory about it. There's nothing denigrating about it. There's nothing insultive about it. Calling a king your brother and friend. But how else should it be, as a matter of fact? So I don't know. But now the Kabiyesi has spoken. And so mischief makers should find something else to do. those who are seeking cheap popularity and relevance should look elsewhere. That is just it. Because this is another distraction from the real problems bedeviling Nigeria. You know, you want to talk about the relentless war against the Boko Haram Muslim community, herdsmen terrorism. Look at it now. Senseless, avoidable war with the Boko Haram Muslim community since 2009 till 2025. You know? And herdsmen terrorism since 2015 till date. And now we have a president who is sustaining all the evils he inherited and added his own. All subsidies are gone. First subsidy is gone to start with. Then all subsidies are gone. we don't know where to. The subsidies have not gone into electricity or education for Nigerian children, yet sinking Nigeria in debt. Worsening mass abject poverty, leading to mushrooming and bandits. Oh my God, hardly any day passes now without hearing that 1 or 2 policemen are killed, or that our security operative soldiers are ambushed and fired, from behind, So, Nigeria is, has been sinking and going down the drain. Oh my God, since 2009, Nigeria became gradually but surely a terrorist country because Fulani Muslim imperialists must impose Islam on Nigeria. You must not say anything against Islam. You will be killed and nothing will happen. Oh my God. And of course, Christians are not less aggressive. A 22-year young man going to governor's house to preach to him, and you say that is sanity. 5 policemen could not deter him and struggling with them until he was shot to deter him. So religions that are spoiling our brains to the extent somebody can say it is insulting or denigrating or derogatory to call a king your brother and friend. So you prefer enmity? Yes, of course, because Christianity and Islam are dividing us between themselves and among themselves too, because you have near innumerable Islamic denominations and Christian denominations. You can't count them. Even in Nigeria alone, you can't count them. Denominations. Sometimes really bitter and antagonistic, bitterly antagonistic factions of Christianity and Islam. Also fighting in between. What of the Boko Haram Muslim community? The war against the community. Is it not because some Muslim imperialists accuse the community of unorthodox Islam? And you ask yourself, what concerns a secular nation with somebody's unorthodox or orthodox Islam, when the Constitution guarantees religious freedom and freedom of association? But that's where we are. And now the country is awash with mushrooming insecurities, while the president continues to praise himself for economic reform, and enemies of the people, anti-people forces, are solidly behind him, including Dave Umahi, saying that his own boy state will certainly not vote against the president. And that the entire Southeast will not vote just because we are drumming support for Peter Obi to make a balance, North-South and zonal balance. But enemies of the people whose only consolation is power and money, justly or unjustly, doesn't matter, you know. So, but that is where we are. As for Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja, he says Peter Obi is his friend and brother. He's not his enemy. He's not his ill willer. And so, busybodies, mischief makers, find something else to do.
Now, for those of you who say, it is just all these online people, this man breaks it down. For those, maybe you did not watch the video to the end, but let me explain some of the parts that maybe you might not watch completely from this clip I just played now. He said there is nothing wrong that even in the Yoruba nation, it is a friend, your friend, who is happy for you, wants you to be a king. There's a way he puts it that he might not put it the way I just said it now, but for those of you who are Yoruba, understand what I am saying. And he also, this man is not just an ordinary person. 54,000 followers on TikTok, and he consistently criticizes anybody, anything that he sees that is wrong, he call it wrong. The one that is right, he call it right. He criticizes even both the president, Tinubu himself, criticize everybody. Even as much as you are doing what is not right, he would come for you. And you could see his age, not be small picking now. He is a professor for that matter. And again, I am very happy I came across this page and I came across this message, and I'm glad that I'm sharing it with you guys on this page. Guys, stay tuned because I'll be bringing more wisdom from this amicable man. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.